The continuous random variables. If we start first with discrete random variables, do you remember we form a table for the probabilities x and px? In general, if you try to represent it graphically, the discrete random variable, if you represent it graphically, x horizontally and px vertically, and draw as a column vectors, column bars like this. In general, you will find it looks like this. If it is symmetrical, but the continuous will be exactly the same, but will be smooth curve like this. This is a discrete and this is continuous. So the continuous random variables. Do you hear about the curve? It's exactly like bell curve. It will be like this. The normal distribution will be asymmetrical around the value of mu. Mu will be symmetrical line, or the equation of the symmetrical line for the normal distribution is mu. Then, if you add to mu one standard, you know how to calculate mu, sigma x times px for the discrete random variable. So for any data, we find it summation of x over n. If we have frequency table, we get it by using the sum of x f divided by sum of f. This is mu. And how to calculate the variance from the discrete random variable? We have to calculate ex and ex squared, then calculate the variance, ex squared minus ex the whole squared. In general, for any experiment, if say we collect the marks of all students for IGCSE in Saudi Arabia and calculate the average, which is mu and the standard, you will find, if it is normal, you will find most of the students have tendency to be about the average, more or less. If we study the weight, we study the height, most of the students around the average. Average, if we add one mu and subtract one mu, you will get the two-thirds of the data around this value. If we calculate all the marks, all the weights, all the heights, and calculate mu and the standard, it's better to increase the number of values. After calculating mu and the variance, you will get most of them around this part. This is the highest area. If you try to find the area under the curve and the x-axis, it's mu plus one standard and mu minus one standard. If you add mu and two standard, if you add mu and two standard, you will get about 95 of data in this range. Mu plus 2 standard and the mu minus 2 standard. See? The variance, square root of the variance. Okay? You will get 95% of data in this range. Mu plus 2 standard and the mu minus 2 standard. If we try to add mu plus 3 standard and minus 3 standard, you will get about 98 point something in this range. This method, we use it for the grade boundaries. For the grade boundaries for the result for IGCSE, they calculate mu, the average of the subject. Maybe the test is so easy, so the average will be above 50%. Say we have a test, and this test out of 100, and when we try to calculate mu is 80 out of 100. So this means the test was easy, the marks of the students very high, So they increase the level of the what? Of the curve. This year, 85% represents A. This year, 90% represents A. Because of what? Because of the result of the students is totally different than the previous year. It's not taking like our teachers, 90% is A, 8%, 80% is B, 70% is 6. No, it's depend on the result in this session. So we have a curve and find the average first, which is mu. Let's say mu plus 10 marks will be B. Mu within 2 times 10, if say 20, will be A. After this value will be star for O level, or for A level, the highest mark is A. Exactly same. So the normal distribution, we use it for marks, for weight, for height, for any official test. We try to use this method represented graphically by this way. But in general, in a standard form, maybe the curve is positive CQ. Maybe the curve is negative CQ. This curve is symmetrical. Maybe your curve like this. The left-hand side is more than the right side from the mu. Maybe the right side is more. So this one is symmetrical. Second one is, if the right side is more, will be positive CQ. If the left-hand side is more, will be negative. By comparing between the area under the curve and above the curve and the x-axis, by using probabilities, and this table will give you the probability under the curve and the values, the area under the curve is 1. The total probabilities for any random variable, whatever discrete random variable, binomial, geometric, even normal distribution is 1. So the area under the curve is 1. This is number 1. Number 2, the right-hand side from mu is same the left-hand side from mu, and each represent what? 1/2 and 1/2. This curve, its mu is 0, and the variance is 1. In case this curve, if mu 0, when we have mu 0, this means we have values negative and the value is positive. So when you try to get the average, so the answer will be 0. So the right side will be positive values and the negative side negative values, like temperatures. If we try to, we have positive and negative. So the right side is half, left side is half. Mu in the middle. There is asymmetrical. This called normal distribution in a standard form. But after this point, we'll explain a normal distribution, not in a standard form. We'll standardize it first before starting to solve the question. So normal distribution in a standard form, you have to memorize this curve. It's asymmetrical. If it is positive, CQ will be like this. This one is a positive CQ. And this one is a negative CQ. And this one is symmetrical. First, we'll discuss only today the normal distribution in standard form. In standard form means mu is 0, variance is 1. Today we discuss only x followed by a normal distribution, mu and v. So the parametric of this distribution, mu and v. Do you remember parametric of binomial is what? N and P. Do you remember parametric of geometric is what? P. So x followed by a normal distribution, mu and variance. Today we'll discuss only x followed by a normal distribution, 0 and 1. Today we discuss only the normal distribution in standard form, 0 and 1, which you follow by this table. Mu is 0, variance is 1, so standard is 1. The area to the right side represents probabilities is half. The left-hand side is half, is 0 in the middle. First, we'll discuss how to use this table to find the area. Next, I will use area as probability. Question number 1. Find the probability of x less than whatever written equal or not. Doesn't matter. This is for normal distribution. The third class, inshallah, for normal distribution will again study binomial, will study again binomial distribution, but will convert it to normal distribution. So today doesn't matter written equal or not. X less than or equal 1.2. How to use your table to get this area where is x is less than or equal to 1.2. Draw the curve each time. We have, inshallah, about 7 cases. We'll memorize it, how to write it without looking at the curve. But please try to use it each time. Draw the curve. Read it. Probability of x less than or equal 1.2. 1.2 means right side 1.2 from 0. Less this area. How to use the given table to get this area. This table created to give the area under the curve and the x-axis, where is x less than a positive value. Where is x less than a positive value? By looking at the table, start first to the left-hand side vertically. Search for 1.2. Look at this table. Where is 1.2 vertically? The value of z, 1.2. The first value represented the area less than 1.2. So if it is written x less than 1.23, the whole and the 1 decimal place, Ahmed, Mana, 1.23, 1.2 first, then go to the right side, you will find the 3. So 3 is the second decimal place. So if it is whole only, the right side you will find it. So if less than 1, where is 1? Less than 1, this value, less than 1. Less than 2, the whole value, less than 2. If it is 1 decimal place, you will get it directly, the first value. Say 0.8. 0.8, this one. 0.6, this one. But if we have decimal, second decimal, start now the right side. If say x less than 0.75, how to search for this value? Where is 0.7? Go to the right side till 5. This is the answer. X less than 1.52. Where is this value in the table? First, 1.5 vertically. 1.5, this value, 1.5. 1.52, move to the right side till 2. This is the value, 0.9357. Clear? If it is x less than 1.234, now we'll explain if you have 3 decimal place. 3, 1.234, 1.234. 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, 1.23, 1.23, 1.234. Look at now the right side. It's written what here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the third decimal place. 1, 2, 3, done. What about 4? 4 is written what? 7? The area on the right side, we have 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have only value 7, remove the last 0 and write 7. This is the answer. add it to the previous one. 0.89 add plus 0.0007. Again, if I ask it to get I will explain question included whole, decimal, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits. Again, x less than 2, x less than 2.3, x less than 2.34, x less than 2.345. X less than 2. Where is the whole number 2? X less than 2. X less than 2. This value. I will explain all what is x less. What is x less? Then I will give you what about if it is more, if it is less than a value negative, if it is more than a value negative, if it is in between. We have 7 cases. The first one, the standard one, given directly when x less than a value positive. What about x less than 2? This value, 0.9772. What about x less than 2.3? Where is 2.3? 2.3 directly. If it is whole or 1 decimal place, start from the left side. Now, what about if it is second place? 2.3 first. Then go to right side till 4. 2.34. 2.34. 2.34. This value. 2.34 is 0.9904. I will, inshallah, tell you later how to use your calculator direct to get your value. But inshallah, ده هيكون next class. Try to use your table. X less than 2.345. 2.3, this one. 2.34, this one. Move to the right side till 5, this value. If it is 1 digit, will be what? Add plus 0.0001. If let's say this is a 2 digits, like مثلا 27, will be 0.0027. Add it to the previous one, you'll get the final result. Probability of x less than 1.23. What about if it is x more than 1.23? Your table organized to give you the value, where is the answer less than 1.23? X less than 1.23. X less than 1.23. X less than 1.23. X less than 1.23 directly from the table. 1.23, 1.2, 1.23. This is the answer. 0.8907, 8907, 8907. What about if it is more? 1 minus. If it is more, 1 minus. If it is more, a table organized to give the value where is x less than a positive value. X less than 1.23. So if it is more, will be 1 minus probability of x less than 1.23. Convert it first to be in a standard form from the table. If it is more than a value positive, will be 1 minus your answer from table. So the final answer will be 1 minus 0.8907. Get your answer. Clear? First and second case clear. More less than value positive, go directly from the table. But be careful about if it is your value a whole or a 1 decimal place or a 2 decimal places. and add even we have 3 decimal places. If it is less, directly from the table. If it is more, the value positive, 1 minus. What about if your value given a negative? Number 3 and number 4. Probability of x greater than 1.23 but a negative value. If probability of x less than negative 1.23. Draw the curve. Draw the curve. This is the curve. 1.23, 1.23 negative. More. How to find this area? Symmetrical, I will switch the area to be same. This area same, if we switch 1.23 to be on the positive side, is it exactly same? Same area, go down to the table. Probability of x more than a negative value, exactly same if it is less than a positive value. The right side, this part is half, 0 from 1 to 3 is same 0 from 1 to 3. So if it is more than a value negative, will be equal probability of x less than 1.23 from the table direct. So the final answer will be 0.8907. What about if it is less a value negative? By drawing the curve, ask it to get the area less than 1.23 negative, less than. You have to do what? By using symmetrical, we'll switch this part to be on the other side. Will be like this. How to find this area? 1 minus. So 1 minus probability of x less than 1.23. So 1 minus 0.897897. Clear?
Yes.
Till now, I explained how many cases? 4. Then, without sketching the graph, you can get your answer if it is stable directly or if it is 1 minus, less than a value positive from the table, more than a value positive, 1 minus, more than a value negative, exactly same, less than a value negative, 1 minus. I will give you 4 questions. Please use your table to find the area. Let's start. Number 1. Probability of x less than 0.75. Number 2, probability of x greater than 0.555. Number 3, probability of x greater than negative 1.257. Number 4, probability of x less than negative 0.548. Yalla, waiting your answer. start. Probability of x less than 0.75. عبد الله ابو علام، جبت الانسر؟
لا يا مستر.
جانا سلمان.
Is it 0.7734?
0.75. Your answer is what?
0.7734.
Correct. Directly from the table is less than 0.7734. 0.7734. Question number 2. Ahmed Mohsen, ready?
الصراحة لا.
ليه؟ ايه الاسباب اللي خلتك تقول لا؟ الموضوع صعب؟ تقيل؟
لا مش تقيل.
كسلت يعني؟ كسلت؟
لا مش عارف بس حلو.
مش فاهم؟
عندي confusion شوية، يعني نص فاهم ونص لا.
حمزة
مش
مراد؟
عارف اشرحها ازاي.
واضح واضح. حمزة مراد؟ حمزة مراد؟ حسين؟ حمزة مراد؟ حسين؟
خير حمزة بعت في الشات.
صعب قوي ان انت تحضر اونلاين وما يكونش عندك المايك مظبوط، يبقى تحضر حضوري. ده اولا. عندك مشاكل في المايك، تحضر حضوري عشان الحصه تتم بسلام ويبقى فيه افاده. ده اولا. موضوع مايك مقفول ده ومش شغال، دي مش المشكله، لازم تتحل. حسين اتفضل. اللي مش يرد عليا من اول مره اعمل له ريجكت ريموف على طول بسرعه. اللي جاي يهزر معانا في الكلاس ما يجيش. خديجه
ايوه.
اتفضلي. الانسر كويستشن 2.
لا مش متأكدة.